The Bismarck is made from um, rust-proof steel. It's a special kind of metallurgy. After about 5 or 25 years, it was possible to make steel that would not degrade in ocean water, as in ocean water doesn't even affect it. It's like what? I'm in the ocean. Salt water doesn't affect it. Acid doesn't really affect it. It can take an acidic environment. The steel of the Bismarck is truly unique. It is very much different. If you could take a sample, you would find that it is made from the best steel possible. As in, you probably can't even buy steel that good in America today. It is truly unique steel that is unaffected by salt water. It could last 500 years underwater, basically. It is made from the absolute best, and the hull is about 24 inches, 12 to 24 inches thick. I forget exactly how thick it was. It was manufactured in such a way by machines that were truly gigantic. Like they would, like the manufacturer, they took down the factory after they built it, basically. And they built 2 or 3 ships. All my ships were basically made pretty much all together, and the hull, like I say, truly mega ship building, basically. And it's one big piece. I think it's like that, just bent or something like that. I forget exactly. It's something that they don't do anymore. But the hull is like that thick. It could ram an iceberg. They call it the Beast because it wouldn't turn, because it wouldn't stop. Like you cut the engines and it would coast for about 3 miles at speed. Like you'd be going 40 miles an hour and you would just cut the engines and it would. Are the engines off? We don't know. Because it was so massive. It was the heaviest ship, one of the heaviest ships ever built, and it could basically, iceberg, and the ship would ram. You could ram icebergs all day. You could ram just about anything. You could ram another ship pretty much with it, and it wouldn't even know. It would cut through other ships if you actually tried. Anyway, basically like a huge battering ram. It could go through any ice flow. It could basically go anywhere it wanted. And with the guns, it could always get itself out because you could always take the guns and point them up and like break the ice, with the shells. That's what it was for, basically. Smashing through rocks, smashing through ice, that kind of thing. It wasn't really made for war. It was basically made as something cool that I could build, that I could pay for. It's my ship. And it could last 500 years underwater, basically, and be just fine. It's made of, the autoloader took about 3 years, it was like 4 or 5 different months to practice. And then there was a practice site and also just to build it and the different levels that it went through. But pretty much, you could ram icebergs with it. You could do whatever you wanted. It was about 120 years old when they sank it, actually. I believe it was 120 years old. It was a museum for about 60 years or something like that, or 40 years. People kept trying to sneak onto it and stuff like that, and basically somebody was going to steal it or something like that or whatever. Anyway, somebody tried to take it over. They bought it or just took it over, killed the people nearby or something. I don't know exactly what happened to it, but basically it was 120 years old when it got sunk, and I think that there might have been other ships built like it, basically. I'm not exactly sure, but I don't think so because it was just so massive. Like, you couldn't even cut through the hull. They said they tried to scrap it, or somebody was trying to scrap it, but they couldn't even cut the steel because the steel is a special kind of steel. I forget exactly what the makeup of it, but basically it's the toughest steel that possible to make it from. It won't rust. It won't degrade. It's it could sit underneath the water for about 500 years at least. They say it's the strongest steel. It's the best steel ever, most stable steel ever created. Basically, it's actually a unique work of art, actually, because because like I say, ocean water won't even affect it. It doesn't rust. It could last underwater for 500 years, and not even know it. Like, it's fine. Back down. Like I say, it won't ever change, really. It's the most stable steel component. Germany had way better steel than anyone else. Like no one had steel like Germany. It's like some sort of like, I don't know. It's like it's almost, I think it's kind of like almost like a titanium, stainless steel or something. It's like this really, really, really psycho unique steel that, that, like I say, it won't rust ever. So it rusts a little bit. If it does rust, it rusts at a very, very, very reduced rate, like really slow. But that's mostly the hull. The hull was made from the super special steel, and the rest of the superstructure kind of from it, but a lesser component. Like I say, I don't really know. It was like a work of art that Germany made for me, basically, because I wanted one, and I wanted it, and they were going to try and do it, and they did do two. And then later on, it was sunk or whatever by JFK or Jimmy Carter or Nixon or somebody else like that. And I was like, all right, fine. They were going to scrap it. It was really old. I probably shouldn't have. I should have kept it. Like other people said, you should have kept your ships, because they were really unique. Germany, the Bismarck, that's like the American ships and the other ships. Nothing is like the steel that was used with the Bismarck was. It's still worth like $1 billion today. Like just the steel that was used in is worth like $1 billion because it's truly unique, truly good steel. It's like ridiculously good steel. Anyway, though, but that's the Bismarck and the other ones, and like you won't find steel like that being sold today, at least not publicly. And that ship was made like at least more than 120 years ago. Like I say, it was 120 years old when it was parked. And it cruised around the Antarctic for a while. It went here, it went there. It was a really old ship actually when they parked it. But I mean, some things, they don't degrade. They don't really wear out. It was made from something that wouldn't degrade. It doesn't wear out. It just kicks it. It was like the height of Germany kind of, but not really. Germany got a lot farther. So. But yeah, it was really amazing and good stuff. And it took a monumental undertaking to actually make it. Like all of Germany basically banded together to make this one ship just to be like, yes, we can do it. It will be better and stronger and more amazing. Yeah, anyway, to like smack down the world for like, well, I mean, I'm talking about like engineering wise. Germany wanted to be like, you will never match us. And that's what and Germany was like smackdown on China, smackdown on what's it called. I mean, I'm talking about technical smackdown, technical engineering smackdown. Germany smacked down the world, basically like, you will not match us ever, and they did. Like the Bismarck was like, it was my ship. I paid for it and funded it, and it was amazing. It is amazing. It's been down there for at least another 70 or some of time years, and like it's actually, I think it's a lot older than I think. Like the Titanic's been down there for like a good 300 years, I think, like that or something like that. It'll last 500 or 1,000 years, no problem. Like Germany built for life, built forever, and so. Like I said, it's kind of hard for me to believe that somebody's actually still alive that would actually was on it, but I don't know, grand scheme of things and all that other stuff. But yeah, it was an amazing ship. People should take samples of the hull because it's made of some very unique stuff. All my ships were though. So yeah, I'm Lucifer White Star and they are my ships. So Lucifer White Star Lines. So anyway. Really line actually, mining and shipping company and aircraft. The white company, the white aircraft, the white ships, the white paint, steam ships, stars, all that stuff. That's me. So 800 galaxies actually, and all that. So anyway, I don't know. So, whatever. Also the human body, a couple other life forms, exoskeleton and endoskeletons, some plants, some trees, some fruit. There's a few things. The sun, this planet, which also used to be a star and sun, big burning flaming thing that we cooled off. Took 500 million years or something, or some amount of time to cool it off and make it habitable. All that good stuff. So yeah. Anyway, but that's who Lucifer White Star is. Or Lucifer Star, Brian Nathaniel Alexander Briley. Okay, that's me.